Welcome to the Cowboy Football Roundup with Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy. A successful season opener for OSU, a 59-24 victory over Tulsa. And Coach Gundy, what did you like most about the season opener?
Well, coaches are always concerned about the first game, just how you're going to function as a group and play calls and the 40-second clock and substitutions and such. Overall, I thought it was a good opener for us. We were explosive on offense, which we had a feel that we'd be that way. I liked the running game, Justice's ability to make guys miss in space. The young guys that played behind him, I thought gave us some good reps. They've got a long ways to go, but I thought the Tulsa game was a good start. Wide receiver play was great, like we expected. We had a couple drops, but for the most part, we get a lot of big plays from those guys. Offensive line was solid. Aaron played good for his first game in being with us. He actually played better than what he had done in practice in the scrimmages at times. And I felt like it might be that way due to his experience. Mason was good. You know, he had the one mistake where he should have thrown the ball away and he held it and they forced a fumble. Our coverage units and special teams were really good. We did exceptionally well stopping the run. That's pleased me with our defense. We minimized big plays. We missed about 3 or 4 tackles that I would like to make as the season goes on. We need to make those tackles, get those guys down. We weren't very good on 3rd and long. You know, we were great in all the areas that's difficult, and the easy part, we need to find ways to make some improvements. We've got to get off the field. We ended up playing about 75 competitive plays on defense before we put the other guys in.
Right.
And if we had got off the field on 3rd downs, we'd have probably played about 55. So we've got a lot to work on, but it was really about what you're looking for in an opener because we won pretty comfortably, but there's enough there that the players see we don't need to cancel practice this week. And that's kind of what you're looking for as a coach.
Stay with us. Highlights, and a lot of them, of opening night when we come back.
The Cowboy Football Roundup with Mike Gundy is brought to you by Bud Light, proud friend of Oklahoma State Athletics, famous among friends. By the visitstillwater.org Shop, Dine, and Stay partners. Be sure to shop, dine, and stay in America's friendliest college town. By Mercy Health, your life is our life's work. And by OG&E, power at the speed of life.
We're back on the Cowboy Football Roundup with Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy. Let's go right to the first half highlights. A sellout crowd on a Thursday night. A great atmosphere for football.
Yeah, they were awesome. And, you know, we've increased the paddle people around the west side. And I thought the fans, the crowd, we get better and better each year at understanding the game. Started out here with a nice run by 5. He did a good job making some guys miss. Up front, we had hats on hats. I like the Pete on the helmet, too. I thought that looked really good. Justin and the group down there did a great job. There's a 3rd and short conversion there to Stoner. Mason did a nice job of reading the coverage, getting the ball underneath to convert. I think here's where we're going off with taking the deep ball. Mason did another great job on 3rd down, getting the ball up in the air, finding where his man coverage was. Didn't like 75 there in the protection, but again, Mason's experience and a nice job by 13. Tyron, good job, good start for his career.
Yeah, he has some unique skills, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. We really like him. Here we are on the run game. Nice job there. We did a good job all day. The safety coming up, making a play. Whitener making a play. That's going to be important, obviously, throughout the year. Here's one of their traditional plays, you know, the play action and throwing the ball out in the flat, and we had good support there, guys, being around the football, getting them down. Back on offense here, Mason hitting James on the slant for about 15.
Second possession of the game, Cowboys already up 7-0, and then back to the run game in Justice Hill.
Yeah, running a draw play there and made 2 guys miss, ran away from another guy, probably another 20-something yard gain. And he, you know, he continues to improve in this kind of stuff, showing strength and balance right there, and then coming off and making that guy miss. And he's got the ball tucked tight. I like that.
Rushed for more than 300 yards in the game, and then one of the nation's best duos, doing what they do best.
Yeah, went right over the top with James, and safeties are down low playing the run, and Mason makes a really good read. Got great protection there, and lays it up there, and it's what he does best.
Why is Washington so good with deep balls?
He just has a gift of pulling them in somehow. You know, sometimes he'll hand it, sometimes he'll cradle it and grab it, but one reason is he's fast and he can get down there, and he's a long strider. He gets up on you quicker than what people realize. Defense is back in there, good stop in the run game, shut him down. Offense has it again. The guy took a chance on intercepting the outcut and got Aitman back in the flow. He actually scored here.
Because he rolled over the defender, didn't he?
Yeah, I saw that in the game, but then we ran a play so fast that they didn't have a chance to really get a feel for it. Nice run there by Hill. Good job bouncing outside.
It's a great start. It's 21-0.
Sure.
4 minutes left in the first.
Sure. Yeah, and defense is back out playing well. Got him in 3rd and 8 right here, and on this one we got off the field.
Kevin Henry making that stop, and an illustration of your depth at linebacker. He's not a starter, but certainly a contributor for sure.
And can run well, and he laid out there and made a nice play. Yeah. And what happened is the guy made a great punt. We'll just let it go. It's okay. You know, and even at that point, look at the ball.
Yep.
Okay, and the ball's loose, and then really this gave him life. That gave him, you know, a little bit of momentum and gave him a little bit of life. So that was a very critical error for us.
But it didn't take long for you to bounce back. True freshman J.D. King.
Yeah, we had formation in the boundary, and they were a little concerned with James to the field, and they were overloading to the boundary, and linebackers were heading out. See how wide the linebackers are? And it was good for him. You know, what a start for a freshman. Look at him carry the ball. See the difference when him and McCleskey there.
Freshman a long way from home from Georgia.
No doubt, but he's been really good for us. Flip throwback here to 13. Obviously, he's going to go anywhere at any time. Great job, but look at Aitman blocking up top.
Yeah.
78 down there helping out. 17's down there. We stumbled around a little bit and ended up having to kick a field goal.
Putting the Cowboys up 31-14 and back on defense here late in the second.
Shutting down the run again.
Yeah, Tulsa averaged less than 3 yards per carry in the first half. Their first down yardage was barely anything.
Right, but very, very, very important. They were a lot better off in 3rd and long.
Yeah, they were, as a matter of fact, especially in the 3rd quarter. Near interception there. You get the ball back here late in the second.
Yeah, we go have a nice pocket there for Mason. Ball's thrown down the field again with Washington, trying to cover him essentially with one guy. Gives us a chance to throw it down there and let him make a play. And he's running behind you. The ball's up in the air, and Nine's trying to just play catch up, and so difficult in space to try to cover him because you don't know where the ball's at.
Yeah.
We had a good lead here. Still had a timeout, and this is where you just throw the ball away. It's 1st and 10. So with the talent we have at receiver in a situation like that, great job by Stoner right there stripping the ball out. As talented as we are there, you know, there's no reason to do anything other than just throw the ball away and live again. 49 seconds with a timeout for us is 8 plays.
Yeah.
And we don't very seldom use 8 plays to score anyway.
Right.
So he just needs to understand where we're at in the game and what our strengths are, and I think that he gets it and hope to improve on it next week.
Highlights of the second half when we come back.
OSU fans, Allison Gappa here with wide receiver Tyron Johnson after Oklahoma State's 59-24 win over Tulsa. This is your first game as a Cowboy. How was it?
It was great. Everything I expected. The fans was awesome. I mean, the team came out on fire, and we played with a lot of energy.
And you had the first touchdown catch, a 44-yard connection with Mason Rudolph. Take me through that one.
I mean, I couldn't have done it without the offensive line. Gave Mason a lot of time, and you saw the throw from Mason. It was perfect. All I had to do was stick my hands out and make the play.
We continue on the Cowboy Football Roundup with Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy as we look at the second half highlights of the Cowboys' win over Tulsa. And Justice Hill, on your first drive of the second half, had 43 yards on this drive.
Yeah, the defense came out and got a stop, got the ball back to us, and Justice really maintained possession of the ball for us, and then opened up, some throwing game. There's 3rd and long, curl route to Aitman. Nice throw, nice catch. Back in first down, not very well blocked, and again, making one player miss. If you add his yards up on making a player miss, you know, he's going to come up with an additional 40 or 50 yards throughout the game. Really good run, and this is what I liked about JD right here, is taking care of the football and getting downhill and powering through people like that right there and that. And we were hoping that he would do that. A little bit of what we got from Chris Carson. Here we are on the quarterback sneak. Mason giving us great effort and taking care of the ball and punching it in there.
You know, going back to King, how unusual is it for a freshman, a true freshman, to come in and be able to do that?
Pretty rare. He showed some signs of that, but you know, you never know until you get in a game.
Sure.
And there will be a role for him if he plays the Chris Carson type of player, and that's what we need from him right now. Obviously, he's not as gifted as Chris was at that stage in his career and is talented, but he certainly has the foundation for improving and getting to that point. Really great hit there by Cook on the kickoff. Hauser's kick coverage and punt coverage was fantastic. You know, he really had a nice plan. Guys did a good job. Slowing the running game down again. Put the ball on the ground. Gruder picks it up, and he's out of there. And there's Brailford running stride for stride. Jossie there with him.
Yeah, Brailford, a defensive end, we might point out, too. This running stride for stride with a linebacker slash safety.
His adrenaline's flowing. He's rolling. So defense scored, big part of the game. You know, getting to, you know, we got 52 points there in the third quarter. And so what that did is it gave us a chance to let some other guys play and get some guys some work that had been giving us a lot. And Corndog was in there, Taylor Cornelius was, and there's LD. He's a redshirt freshman back from DeSoto, and a great block right there by number 80, a true freshman from the Fort Worth area. Some decent blocking up front. So now we get a lot of guys some work that need quality reps. Same thing on defense. We got you know, a number of young guys. Force a turnover there. Trey Carter, I believe, and then Jarrell makes the play. See who gets in there. Yeah, Trey and Magruder. No, that's Billy. Billy and Magruder, and then Jarrell falls on it. So we've pretty much got it in hand now. We're letting the other guys get some work. There's LD again. Good blocking down the field by Alexander and Wolf. And he gets a touchdown. I think he had about 95 yards rushing. Really good right there by number 10.
Stay with us. We tell you about OSU's new starting Cowboy back when we return.
Finally, the long-awaited 2017 Oklahoma State football season is here. There are high hopes of a Big 12 Conference title and a berth in the college football playoff.
A lot of things expected out of this team. I'll just say this, are they equipped to handle it? Well, when your seniors are your leaders and most of them happen to be your best players, guys like Mason Rudolph, James Washington, Chad Whitener, Zach Crabtree, Trey Flowers, the Cowboys are in really good shape in that department.
First on the 2017 docket, a date with the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Tonight it all starts in front of the Sea of Orange at Boone Pickens Stadium. Third down and 4 from the Tulsa 44.
Down the sideline and caught for a touchdown. Tyron Johnson's first reception at Oklahoma State. Hill is in the end zone for a touchdown. Potentially game-changing play. Downhill comes King with a big hole. He's in the free. And on J.D. King's second career carry, he takes it to the house.
Throws it deep down the near side for James Washington. He makes the catch. Washington 25-20. Good night, Vienna. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Home run to James Washington.
77 yards as this big play show continues.
Rudolph running off right guard, trying to push his way into the end zone. And he's in. Pistols firing.
Not going to be denied on that one. 3 through the air and 1 on the ground for Rudolph tonight. Lost the football. And Kenneth Edison Magruder is going to take this one back.
Turns a corner left side to the 5, and he holds it into the end zone. That'll do it. Game's over.
By Gundy's squad, justifying that nice preseason ranking with a blowout win over Tulsa.
We're back on the Cowboy Football Roundup. Britton Abbott was a walk-on to Oklahoma State's program out of Liberal, Kansas. Now he's on scholarship, and he's the Cowboys' starting Cowboy back. Here's Allison Gappa with one of OSU's walk-on success stories, Britton Abbott.
It's been a long time since I've been a starter. Just ready to get back out and play. So it was really just all I imagined it would be, playing a BPS with all my teammates. So it was an exciting time for sure, and it's been a long time coming. I enjoyed it. He played college football at Tulsa, graduated in 1982. Then he played a quick stint with the Giants for a while. I also had two brothers who played there, and so I kind of have a little bit of a history with that area and that school, but my family was all poked out, and it was a lot of fun. You know, I know a lot about them, and so I still know a lot of connections over there, but it was a lot of fun to play against them. It feels good personally, but it was good to give back to my parents who, you know, my dad told me I'm good enough to go play anywhere, just go make it happen. So he was footing the bill, so it felt really good to be able to call and tell him, and my mom started crying right away, and tell my brothers too, because they're just as much as part of it. So I just really appreciate my family and all that they did in helping me get here. We feel really confident. You know, practice today was a little bit longer, and we're just getting our keys down and the game plan ready and just putting it all in. So we feel good about it. We just need to go in and execute our game plan.
You guys have South Alabama next Friday. Just maybe some first improvements that you think the defense should make going into next week.
We're gonna improve on third and long. We get that down pack. Improve on a few fits here and there, and we'll be good.
We're back for a final time on the Cowboy Football Roundup with OSU head coach Mike Gundy, and next up, road game at South Alabama, the first of 2 consecutive non-conference games on the road. It's been many years since Oklahoma State's done that.
Yeah, we've got to be smart in how we handle our team during the week and next week. Have to think everything through. Fortunately, we played on Thursday. We got an extra day. So we had a light practice on Sunday night. And this week we'll move everything up a day, play on a Friday, travel on a Thursday. But our players are excited. Their focus seems to be at a high level. They were competitive in the game. They understand the commitment on a Sunday through Thursday night in order to get ready to play a Friday game. And team we're playing, you know, is very interesting. You know, athletically, from what I see so far, as athletic as half the teams in this league. Playing a new quarterback compared to last year, even though that guy's on the roster. A couple guys on defense, probably good enough to play on Sunday at some point. So we'll have to be prepared. Like you see each week, you look around, you see scores where a team that some people think are better than the other, they don't win because they don't prepare well. They're not focused. Can't waste any days. So we got our work cut out for us, but we're up for the challenge. Looking forward to a good week of practice.
For Coach Gundy and Allison Gappa, I'm Dave Hunziker. Thanks for watching the Cowboy Football Roundup, and we'll see you next week.
The Cowboy Football Roundup with Mike Gundy is brought to you by Bud Light, proud friend of Oklahoma State athletics, famous among friends. By the visitstillwater.org Shop, Dine, and Stay partners. Be sure to shop, dine, and stay in America's friendliest college town. By Mercy Health, your life is our life's work. And by OG&E, power at the speed of life.